GT Class 4 Finale, Round 3. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. Today we are driving a Nissan 350Z in a GT Class 4 Finale event, Round 3. We're driving through the streets of San Francisco, USA on the sprint circuit track. We're doing 3 laps, it's nighttime and it's raining, and we started 22 of 22 cars. Now these 3 laps are not short, they're going to take a little while to do, so we have a little bit of an opportunity to see how wild these guys are going to go, and I got a bad feeling about this race. Ooh, well, there you go. That's the way this is going to be, I suppose. When you're driving in a pack like this, and there's a lot of cars around, there's a lot of bumping and rubbing. And sometimes it cannot be avoided, sometimes it can. However, in this particular race, they seem to get pleasure out of hitting you. So we're going to try and drive clean and get by them and try and avoid them at all costs, because we don't want them to spin us out or knock us out of the race. So if they kind of scrape up beside us, we're not going to really worry too much about that. So we're just going to keep her going and try to slide by and ignore them and go as hard as we can as we're trying to improve our position. Now, you do have to remember, not only do we have to watch out for the other cars bumping and rubbing us, hitting us, pushing us out of the way, we also have to make sure we let up on the corners. We have to make sure we keep an eye out for when cars spin out themselves or they run into another car in front of us, because they could take you out too, right? So you don't want that to happen. Plus, we got to take into consideration that it's wet out. Now, if the surface is wet, the road is wet, you are going to slide a little bit more. So, oh, like there, that one was my fault. You know, you're going to slide a little bit more. You got to drive a little bit more careful. But that's okay. We're going to keep that all into consideration as we're finishing our first lap here. And we've still got 8 cars that we got to pass. With 2 laps left to go, they're fairly lengthy. It should not be too much of a problem if none of these guys gives us any trouble. If everything goes according to plan, the OpenFed should be crossing the finish line in first place, hopefully. That's the plan. So now with 7 cars left to go and about 1.5 laps, so about half the race left, we're going to methodically catch up to the group, pick the last guy off, or the last 2, depending upon how much room we have, and slowly move up the pack towards the front. That's the plan. That's the strategy. In the meantime, avoid any collisions, avoid sliding into the wall or sliding into another car. Like I said, try and drive a clean race, you know. This is a very enjoyable race. I just wish it wasn't raining. I'm not the biggest fan of driving in the rain in real life or on video games, but it's all part of the game. You've got to show the different times of day and a different weather. It gives it a real dynamic feel to the game, because it, you know, shows that everything changes just like it would in real life. So in the meantime, we're up to place number 3, and we've only got 2 cars left in front of us, right there. Now these guys are hard to pass. It doesn't look like a difficult race, but it is. Because like I said, when you try to take liberties around a corner, you could easily spin out because the track is wet. So we don't want to push it too hard. We're just going to stay with them until we get to a straight section like this. Now, if we would have been a little bit closer behind them, we could have tried to rip by them, but we were still too far away. That's why I always say you got to catch them before you can pass them. Now we're into our last lap, and we got no more time to wait. We got to take these guys out and pass them as soon as we can, because if we don't do it within the first half of the lap, then it's going to become problem, because somebody lost a piece of their car there. The longer you wait, the harder it is to get by these guys, because the track gets shorter and shorter because you have nothing left, and there's not a lot of places to pass near the end. So I think now would be a good time to get rid of one of them. And well, the corner is coming up there pretty quick, so we'll wait with him. We're in second place. Maybe if we rip around on the outside of him, wow, there we go. That's the way to do it. We've got about half a lap left and almost a 2 second lead on the next guy. A little buffer, which is okay. Try and drive a nice clean race and finish it off. That's the way we want to do it. That's the ideal way to race. Just stay in front of them. Make sure that they don't catch back up behind you again. This has been an exciting, fast little race here. Like I said, don't really care for the rain, but it sure made it look a little bit more interesting. Really enjoyed this one as well, and I hope you did too. Anyhow, you have a great rest of your day, and hope to see you back real soon. You've been racing with the OPAFET.